Good morning. I'm Birgitte
Hey,
Young. I'm here with Jia today, and I always love getting together with her and seeing her because she is just someone I always felt like I connect well with, and she
uh-uh.
is full of energy, and she is
Why is the reception a little?
what's that?
Oh, sorry, but I'm very spotty here.
Yes. So Jaw is in her trailer in La Ventana, and I'm at home in California. And yes, it might be a little spotty here and there, but we're going to go for it anyways, because it doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. And
Great.
so we met a couple of years ago. We often wing together in the summer, but this time of year you're in La Ventana or Mexico, right?
I
And
am. I am
so, who is
lucky.
Rob besides, Winger?
Well, Ja is a winger. And I also I'm Chinese, born and raised in China, and I've been in the States for also a long time. When I'm now winging, I do all other things. I'm a private chef. I'm also a food photographer. However, my professional training is I was trained as a biologist, but I changed the career to a more on an artistic path. So now I am pursuing other interests at the moment in food world.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I can see some of that artistic path. I remember one time I locked my keys into my car and I thought I'll just get them after I'm done winging because everything's better then. And you lent me your whole wardrobe.
Oh,
And it was really fun. It was a little artistic. It was like, yeah, I,
and it fit, and it
I
you know
totally,
it's
this totally works for me.
miraculously and it fit, and I was really happy.
Yeah, that was really fun. So, how did you first learn about wing foiling?
It's interesting because me and my boyfriend, we were in Mexico during pandemic, and that's when I actually first started to learn kiteboarding.
Hmm.
And but I saw people start winging already on the foil. But of course, I've seen my boyfriend did kite foiling before, and it always looks a lot more peaceful and a lot more zen. Very graceful on the water. And when I saw winging, and I said to myself, this is something I'm really wish I could do one day. So that's when the interest, that's where it all started.
That's awesome. Yeah, I felt the same way. It looks very graceful and kind of like ballet on the water. That's how I
Mhm.
felt.
Mhm.
So, what are some of your favorite wing spots? Either some you visited or some you go to regularly?
Well, the home winging spot will be Third Avenue, by San Mateo Bridge.
In
And
San Francisco Bay Area, for those
yeah,
of you who are not in the US or anywhere near here.
in the US, yeah. But I also enjoy going to Sherman Island or Chrissy Field sometimes. But in my memory, though, the place that I really, really loved is actually this beach called Jonas Beach up in Oregon. On the way out from Hood River, um, you drive along the river to the ocean, and then this spot called Jonas Beach. And that time we were there, it was just me and my boyfriend, two of us, and we were winging. There was nobody else, and you see the mountains and trees, and then with this perfect wind, it was almost like a dream. But of course we don't go there often, but that's one of the dreamy moment of winging. That's also the moment I start be able to foiling smoothly without falling too much. I guess maybe that's an important moment of
Yeah,
my.
maybe that had something to do with it because that's sure an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
For those of you that are watching this and may not be on foil yet, it's unbelievable, right?
Yeah, definitely. It just feel like it was all a dream. When in that environment, it was sunset, and then background with the mountains of trees and this wide, wide river. And nobody's around. It was pretty interesting, and I was foiling.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what is the best part of you for being on the water? Like, how does it make you feel? Besides the experience you just had on Jonah's Beach.
I think I'm not a very confident swimmer. I never was. I never am. Um, I was not brave enough to swim in the deep water before until I started going to the ocean. But I think winging gave me that kind of freedom and almost like a liberation that, oh my gosh, I could actually do something like this in the water. I always dreamed of going to the ocean, always craving for the different kind of world and environment besides all on top of all the experience that I've had before. Um, so this is definitely, I would say, a transformative experience that I have acquired later. I mean, not as a kid, and I'm able to enjoy that to the maximum. So far, I haven't done anything like it to reach to this level. So that's what I think. That's you know, what winging has given me.
That's wonderful. Um, what's your consistency level for getting on the water? And what might be getting in the way, if anything?
Um, I can go, well, ideally once a day, every day. We are chasing wind, whenever there's wind. So in the wintertime, we're in Mexico, La Ventana, and then summer, we're in Bay Area where the wind is the best. Um, so I realistically, probably I'd say twice a week if you average out the whole year.
Mhm.
What's in a way, like, chores and all other things, obligations in life that, but mostly I think we're pretty lucky because my boyfriend and I, we are putting this almost like priority. We put this first and we arrange the life and schedule all around it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hmm.
So if I had a magic wand, how would a perfect day look like to you? Like, what would you want more of, less of? It sounds like it's pretty awesome, but yeah, if you can say something about that.
I would say, because I'm a big foodie, obviously, cooking and making food delicious takes a lot of my time. And I don't want to compromise for, worst taste of food or not as nutritious or delicious. So I'd say if there's a magic wand will be give me like a personal chef will prepare all my food, do all my shopping and then prepare food for me. So, in the morning I wake up, I have delicious coffee and breakfast and then I'll do a workout and then you know, work and then, communication with my friends and then I'll go out on the water and come back and there will be delicious food waiting for me. I think that would be really ideal.
That's awesome.
But I enjoy cooking, so I'm already living in pretty good schedule and lifestyle. So I'm not greedy.
And so, and for those of you who are watching this, you may want to follow Jaw on social media. I love to cook, and I'm a foodie too. And so I love seeing all your photos of your breakfast, your dinner. It's just, and it's beautiful. I could see the artist in you. It's wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um,
Yeah, I do think food is one of the important um bond between people amongst
yeah,
everyone.
that's right. So. Would you say you've adjusted something in the last few years to make this lifestyle happen for you? or are you still adjusting something, understanding the nature of the sport, and you live half the year in La Ventana and half the year here, so that's definitely an adjustment, right? Anything
Mhm.
else have you done in the last few years that you feel like has moved you into that spot where you can do more of what
I
you
think the biggest part is my friends circle. Um, I'm, in my heart, I feel a little bit of regrets that I don't keep up. I just, it's hard for me to keep up with all my friends that I used to hang out with, used to be close to in the past before,
Mhm.
I say actually before pandemic. That's like a big change.
Mhm.
Stop me from being close to them, but winging and kiteboarding giving me a different access and also bring me a different group of friends and community. I'm really thankful, but I have a little regret because of this lifestyle, the schedule. You have to go when the wind is up. There's no there's the saying there's no friends on a powder day, but we say there's no friends on a windy day. So you just gotta go. But I do, that's one of the I'm I would say it's kind of sacrifice that I, obligated to make. Um, then but I also gain a group of new amazing friends. I'm just wish that one day I can show all these friends that I've been missing what I can do right now. So that I'm pretty sure they're proud of me.
Yeah, and so you spread the video, right? And they can
Exactly.
come and check out your photos and all that stuff too, because that's the whole reason we're doing this part is we just want
Mhm.
to encourage more people to see like regular people can do this, and
Mhm.
at least I feel very regular. and and
Definitely.
I like just like you, I was a terrible swimmer when I started winging. So
Um,
um, I have so my daughter-in-law's mom is a really really good swim coach. So she gave me lessons for Christmas one year. So I
oh,
am a better
amazing.
swimmer, and she was like she was thinking I was going to continue to do swim lessons every winter. I'm like
Oh, that's
I'm
amazing.
done. I just want to.
Oh, yeah, and you just need a time in the water.
Yeah. So, what are some of your favorite takeaways from being in the water sport community or the winging community? I think you said you gained a lot of like good friends. But anything else that you can think of?
I think for this community, I'm constantly inspired, like almost all the time, by every time when I meet a new people or new person, winger or kiter. Um, the age range is from anywhere from little. I've seen the 4-year-old start learning, all
Wow.
the way up to 80, winging and kiting, and women and female or someone even have some disabilities, and the talent and the devotion they show for the sport is just constantly so inspire me all the time and just open my eyes, to tell me, the world is big and the life is amazing, and you have to take the risk. You have to be brave, be courageous, and just push your limit. You don't know what your limit is until you really give it a try. I mean, this just I think it's mind blowing to witness all these amazing people, and then they all have a very interesting background. Many people have, they're super smart or they're super talented. You will be surprised by everyone's and their stories if you talk to them, and that's just I think that's one thing that's amazed me constantly.
Yeah, I can see that. I That's awesome. So, do you feel like how learning to wing has helped you in other areas of your life?
Oh, absolutely. I winning learning wing foiling is the hardest thing I've ever done. I've been telling people because I have other female writers coming to me, beginners. They're asking, or kind of not complaining, but upset that it's taking them so long, but they're not getting it. I've been telling them, if anyone is slow, that will be me. I am the slowest learner. It took me 3 months downwinder.
Um,
Literally 3 months, every single day, falling every minute.
well,
But
you had the sense to do downwinders. Like I didn't even think about downwinders when I was learning, and I was like walking, I was like winging, and then I was walking back, and
I think this is
real
also,
like that too.
yeah, I'm pretty lucky, by learning in La Ventana first, and also my boyfriend is a big support. So when I was learning, he would drop me off at La Tuna Beach, and then I'll downwind all the way back to Playa Central Beach. That's 5 kilometers or 5 miles, and long stretch. And I found that's really helpful to almost force me to get back on the board and get back to where I fail, and consistently just. But it was a lot of beat down for your body and physically, so you have to be able to, um, if you ask me to do that again, I probably won't be able to do it, because now thinking of it, it was really, really hard. I was tired all the time, but I'm really glad I pushed through and got to where I am today. I'm nowhere a super good writer or professional, but I'm able to enjoy the sport. And that's where I wanted to be. So I think the consistency and the devotion, and discipline, that's where that's what winning taught me mostly.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that.